Hi there YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London, a part-time eBay reseller. I guess by the time this gets uploaded I'll be wishing everybody a sort of happy new year. It's the, what is it, it's the 29th today. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly go through a few things that I've picked up over the last couple of days, and then some of the things that I've sold and what I've been up to, and then one little bit of advice or a little tip on something. So I went out to a Finca boot sale just before Christmas, the Saturday before, and I picked up a few things. I think I've packed most of it away, but there was a few bits I could get my hands on which I can show you, which I picked up, and I'll show you what I've been selling and how things have been going. Somebody noticed these in my last video, these Sylvanian families. There's a guy, he gets lots of new stuff at the boot sale I go to, and he had these sort of Sylvanian families. He had quite a lot of sets, but all their stuff just gets tipped out on the floor, and people were treading on it and sort of opening boxes, and it was all just getting trashed. So I managed to get a few bits, and these were £6 a set. This kangaroo family, chocolate family, rabbit family, and the hedgehogs. And then these chocolate rabbit girl seaside birthday party packs, they were £7 each. And they sell alright. I mean, these go for about sort of 18 quid, and likewise these go for about 15 quid, but I'll probably sell the 3 as a set, and they'll probably end up overseas. And then I got this Playmobil Knights. This is new, it's off the same guy, and I think that was 5 quid or something, and that sells for about 15 quid as well. So those were great. Those were nice little pickups, new and sealed, which is always a bonus. Then I got a few bits and pieces from the charity shop over the last couple of days. Just get these out of the way, sorry. Nothing major exciting. We've got paid 50p for this Fight Star album. That goes for about 5-6 quid. A shop I went into was reducing all their women's jeans. It was a women's clothing shop, and sort of was in there with sort of family and the wife, and I didn't think I'd see anything, but a couple of pairs of Lee jeans, Lee Rice and Lee Bliss jeans, brand new with tags, and they were down to 5 quid each in the shop, and they're originally like 60 quid and stuff like that. They're not women's jeans are always a bit tricky to sell, but you know, brand new with tags, I should get about 20-25 back on those, so that was quite nice. One charity shop, this is probably the best thing I found. One charity shop had these Game & Watches, which I've only ever seen once before in a charity shop, so that was really great. They've got Super Mario Bros. And Mario Bros. Cement Factory. They're in terms of what comes up with these, they're the slightly more common ones, and they're not in brilliant condition. I mean, they do have their battery covers, their stands, and their cereals, but a little bit scratched up. But for £2 each, you're never going to walk away from those. So that was lovely to find those, and I've tested them, and they both work. Yeah, they'll just get stuck on the pile of the other sort of 30 to 40 of those that I've got knocking around. So I don't know, I may sell those, but they're sort of things they are something I collected and kept from when I was a kid. Well, I say a kid, I did have them when I was a kid, but then sort of lost those ones and gave them away, and then started collecting them again when I was sort of 14, 15. But yeah, I've got a few of those, so yeah, they'll just go on the collection. Peppa Pig, £2 for fun and games. This game's still old DS game, but still does reasonably well. You get about sort of 7-8 quid, maybe 10 top end for that. This was a Minefield film. It's sealed and it's new, and it's a skate film. It was 5 quid, which is quite a lot of money, but I looked it up and it did sell for sort of 20-25 quid. These sort of specialist films and DVDs are made on such a small run and stuff like that. You can get a really good price for them, so that was nice. And then I got Tomb Raider the Trilogy. It's sort of like a limited edition pack. Paid up on this again. This was £4.99. It goes for about 15 quid, so not a huge amount of money in it. I only got it because I've sold it before, so it's an easy repeat listing. And then Mr. and Mrs. the new version, the University Games version, that was £1.15. That's a great seller. It sells all year round, sort of 12 to 15. This was nice. It's something I've never had before. I remember this game in the pubs when I was growing up. Golden Tee. I don't know if any of you remember playing it in the pubs as well, where you have to sort of like roll this to play your golf shots and all the rest of it. And it's sort of like a plug and play home edition by Marks and Spencer's by the looks of it. It's brand new and sealed. Paid 4 quid for that. And I saw some completed listings around the sort of £20-25 mark. So that's a nice thing. I've not had that before. One thing to say before I show you the things that I sold is that for Christmas my mum always buys me a Lego book just for like old time's sake, and she bought me this one this time, the Star Wars Visual Dictionary. I don't know where she got it from, but I think off Amazon this was going down to about 4 quid or something at one stage, and this figure, you could get reasonable money back for that figure alone. But if anybody's sort of into their Lego and Lego Star Wars and all that sort of stuff, the good thing about this is, I didn't realise how good this was, but it's got all the sets. So in sort of year order, it's got all your sets in there. Where is it? Yeah, it's got like Cloud City, one of the most valuable sets you can get, and you know, just all the sets just nicely done in chronological order, like the Ultimate Series collection of the Death Star and stuff like that, worth thousands of pounds now if you've still got those. But you know, so that was really great. And then on the last pages, People have often said, how do I identify my minifigs? And there's lots of sites online you can do it. But look at this quality. Every Star Wars minifigure in nice sort of big, bold, sort of coloured sort of print. So yeah, fantastic. And it's got all of them, you know, like the Darth Vaders. Yeah, it's got sort of the year and the variants and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was great. In terms of my mum, she always buys me odd stuff, but that was actually, it was odd, but it was helpful. So yeah, if ever you see that and it's, you know, for a couple, if it's down reduced sort of £3 or something like that, £4, you can probably sell the minifigure for give around that. And then, yeah, no, you've got that as a sort of resource for you. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video, move all the stuff, and then show you what I've sold. Okay, here we are. So in terms of sales, I've had my shop on holiday mode actually since the 22nd, 23rd, just because I packed all my stuff away and there was no way I was going to be able to get it out to sort of post it and sort of keep in the time frame. So I put it all away and hid the listings for a couple of days before Christmas, and then after Christmas I unhid the listings, telling people that I'd be back and I'd be able to post around the 2nd. As it turns out, I've actually come home, yeah, and I'm able to post things out now. But it's always tricky on holiday mode. I mean, I sold these trainers to a guy sort of 3-4 days ago, and he asked me had they been dispatched, even though he'd bought them when the holiday setting was saying they'd get dispatched on the 2nd of January. So it's always a bit tricky having stuff on holiday mode, because people, I don't think they always read it, or they always see that your listings aren't going to be posted out. So, you know, just be a bit careful with that. But these are just sales from the last few days. So I sold the last 3 pairs of these Dr. Martens size 5s, which I've got for £60 each. So that was great. That's the last of the size 5s. I've got a pair of 4s and then a few pairs where the boxes are quite squished, or they haven't got all the bubble wrap and all the sort of packing quite as nice. That's why I'll have to do some separate listings for those ones, and we'll probably just have to ask a little bit less for them. Still new in the box, but yeah, like that. Got £23 for these Air Force One size 11s, not particularly good condition, but yeah, pleased with that. These were good, these Bo Jackson Nike, whatever they are, I can't remember the name of them. Got £45 for them with free shipping. These Vans, not great. I said I'd sort of avoid Vans unless I probably only paid like £1 for them or something like that. I got £12.50 for them. And then these beat up old kids Air Force, which you just sort of don't really bother with. I got £10 for them with free shipping, so not a huge amount of money in it. And before Christmas we were asked, I did my video about reselling reviews, and it was talking about some of the failed pickups and stuff like you had. This is one of the failed pickups I had. It said it was all checked and in there and in good condition, etc. This sort of Age of Empires massive heavy great box, and it was £8, but it was worth it. But when I got it home, and it was actually at a charity shop which was out of the way, we were just visiting a place, there was no way I could take it back, and it had loads, it had a couple of the bits missing, like the game and some of the other bits. I still got £10 for it, but £10 with free shipping. It weighs like 3.5 kilos, so yeah, I've maybe going to got about £3 back on that, so that's a bit of a loss, and yeah, few and far between, so a bit gutted about that. I would have taken it back ordinarily, but it was just too far out the way. This Cluedo Super Sleuth, got £15 for that. Yeah, that's complete. That was nice. Paid a couple of quid for that. And then this is another bit of a fail, really. I got £10 for this Wizard of Oz. It's like a limited edition VHS set. It's just one of those things that just looks so much better than what it actually is or what it goes for. It's got loads of sort of movie photos and stills and 2 VHSs in there of the making of, etc, etc, but it just doesn't sell, and I just sort of knock the price down, knock the price down, knock the price down, and eventually it's gone. That weighs sort of under 2 kilos, so that'll go Royal Mail 2nd class. A couple of other sales. These are a bit better. These are nice. Sold Office Home Student, which I paid £1.50 for. Checked with the web chat on Microsoft. Just Google Microsoft web chat. You go through Office Home. You check like Office products or software or something like that, and you give them the product code, and that had 2 uses left on it, so I could sell that and confident in the description about that. So that sold really well. Just focus on that. Yep, there we go. So I got, and I put it on for £40. It didn't sell. Knocked it down £2. Got £38. So that was great. Mario Brothers on the Game Boy Advance sort of box, bit beaten up and so on, but I got £20 for that. I've had that on for 25, then knocked it down, it sold at 20. This short stories CD, collection of CDs, I scanned that in and it came up as like one worth selling by itself. I got £6 for that with free shipping. Home Alone on the Game Boy, got £5 for that. This is the battle damaged Darth Vader figure. Look at that. £13.50 I got for that. I had it on at £14, knocked it down 50p and it sold instantly, so that was great. That's all the figures I've had which I listed before Christmas have sold now. Still got loads to do, but yeah, that's good. And then I just sold 5 of these clear Game Boy cases for £7. So yeah, that's all the things I've done I still have absolutely. Oh no, one more thing, and I sold this big. This was a good sale actually, just because it's taken up space. I sold this big box of Duplo. Not a huge amount in there. There's only about 4.5 kgs in there, and I got 55 quid for that. I had it on at 60, didn't sell, so knocked it down. 55 quid. That's great. That's all like just old Duplo. Probably didn't even pay for anything of that because it's probably been paid for already. But no, that's what I've been up to. Yeah, I'll try and sort of get some listings done if I get a bit. So just try and get a few listings done between now and New Year. I hope everyone's sales are going well, and I'll speak soon, probably in the new year. Cheers, guys. Bye.